little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Haskins out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Beckham the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, good move. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the option, and even 50 yards on the ground.
Washington.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Gibson. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one one static play.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They run. Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter with this Washington 3, Browns nothing.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. Bring it! And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Washington 10, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
At his 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Haskins. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Washington.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Going deep here for Landry. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
He's tackled.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Beckham. A minute 52 to play until halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He's going to keep it again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Good.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go on what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. They'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Washington 17. Browns 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 56 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And he'll find Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes this Washington 24. Browns 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They go play action. It's Rosen. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
13-yard line.
Now Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And they'll throw it with Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards of the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
For the field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24. Browns 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fresh off the pick-6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we're talking about with defense.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Open man here is Foster. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
Check 26, check 26, check.
Haskins back to the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hands it off out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Haskins. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Haskins flushed out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17,
Terry McLaurin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the gun, it's Rosen. This is the tight end, Njoku. 7 yards, the pick up there.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rosen to throw on third down. He'll let it go deep. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rosen to throw again. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Being chased out left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Haskins throwing the out route and complete. It's Bryant. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
15-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And again, it's Chubb. He's got a first down and more past the 30. He's at the 50, 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 83 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. If 0-3 would have been bad, you get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.